Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Subject Computer Application for 11th Standard C section. Chapter 7 Working with OpenOffice Calc Part 2. Last class we discussed these following topics, that is, we started a new lesson, chapter number 7, about OpenOffice Star Calc. In that lesson we discussed introduction about spreadsheet, working with OpenOffice Calc, creating new worksheet, working with data, creating formula, save, close, open worksheet, copy, cut, paste and autofill feature. Now in this session we are going to discuss three important topics of this OpenOffice Calc. Number one, inserting columns, rows, cells, deleting columns and rows, formatting worksheet. Let's start our class. So first topic is inserting columns, rows and cells. Of course, there are many ways for inserting rows and columns. The important feature of the OpenOffice Calc is providing this facility after creating any data. After creating any data or any worksheet, we can insert the cells and columns between the data, between the rows, between the columns. So for that purpose we want to follow very simple three steps for inserting columns. Is first step, select the columns where a new column should be inserted, and second step, right click on the selected column name, then you selected a pop-up menu. Click the Insert Columns option from the menu. A new column can be inserted using Insert Column command also. So these are the three steps. So first select the columns, right click on the column name and select the Insert Columns. Now you can see a new column is inserted at the current position. The new column is inserted at the current position of the worksheet. Now we are going to see the demonstration. So open the OpenOffice Calc software, where we already created many files. So in that file, now we are going to open a file, namely demo for 11th C. The file is already created for the demonstration purpose. Now in this file we are going to see how to insert column. So very simple steps. Step number one, select the required column where which you want to insert new column, and right click on the column name and select the insert column from the pop-up menu. So here a new column is opened. Now here we are going to insert a new column. For example, you can see there are so 8 columns are inserted, and if you want to insert a new column in between the computer science and economic, then you can select the F column. So first select the F column, click the mouse pointer on the column name and right click on that column name. Now here you can see the pop-up menu. In pop-up menu you can select insert columns. So when you click this insert column, so you can see at that particular column new columns are inserted and existing columns are shifted to the right side of the new column. So this is the simple method for inserting new column. And the another method for inserting new column is select insert columns command. That is, from insert menu you can select columns command. So go to the OpenOffice Calc. So suppose you want to here insert the column, then place the cell pointer here and go to the insert menu and select columns. So here you can see a new column is inserted. So this is also a second method for inserting column. In the same way, if you want to insert row, then right click on the selected row. For example, if you want to insert a column at the place 6, that is in the student name Priya, then select the column, right click on the row name, select the row, right click on the row name and select the insert rows. So you can see a new row is inserted and existing rows are shifted downwards. This is also inserted by using the menu method, that is, place the cell pointer at the place where you want to insert new column, go to the insert menu, select row. So you can see a new row is inserted. So this is the simple way for inserting columns and rows in OpenOffice Calc. Now we are going to see the next topic, where we discuss how to insert cells in OpenOffice Calc. For inserting new cells between two existing cells, just right click on the existing cell. From the pop-up menu, select Insert and Insert Cell, and Insert Cell dialog box appears. So in this box you can see four options. Number one, shift cells down. Here cell refer to current cell or the existing cell. So you can shift the cell in downwards like a row. When you insert your row, how the new existing rows are shifted to downwards, in that way you can insert the cell downwards. Or you can use second option, shift cells right. So this is inserted like column. For example, when you insert a column, existing column is shifted to the right side of the new column. In the same way you can insert the cell and move the existing cell to the right side, or you can select entire row, then a new row will insert, or you can select entire column, a new column can be inserted in this method. So now we are going to try this method. So open the calc. So very best method. For example, if you want to insert a cell here in this place, for example in 146, right click on that place and select insert, and here you can see four options called insert cell options. For insert cell down, so where I'm going to select the first option, shift cells down. So when you press OK button, you can see the existing data are shifted downwards. So you can see that no rows are shifted, only the data are shifted in the downwards. And the same way when you select the insert cell, so when you select insert and insert cell option, after right click on the cell, if you select the second option, shift cells right, then you can see that existing cells are moved to the right side of the current cell. A new cell is created here. So in the same way, if you want to insert the entire column, then you can select the fourth option through this method. So right click, insert, and select entire row. A new row can be inserted. So in the same way, so right click, select insert, and select entire column. A new column can be inserted. This is the simple four options available in the insert cells dialog box for inserting new cells between the existing cells. Now we are going to discuss the next topic called inserting multiple columns. So multiple columns can be inserted or rows can be inserted by following two methods. One, multiple columns or rows can be inserted at once. Select multiple rows or columns for insertion and do the steps of 7.91. That is, the steps for inserting columns and inserting rows steps should be followed. The only difference is you want to select more than one rows or columns for inserting new rows or columns. For example, if you want to insert new columns here and you want to insert three columns, it means you want to select three columns. After that, right click on that column name and select insert columns. Now you can see three columns are inserted because you select three columns. So if you select 2, then 2 columns will insert. If you select 10, then 10 columns will insert. So depending upon your selection, number of columns will be inserted. So in the same way, if you want to insert more than one rows, then select the number of rows where you want to insert. Right click on the row name, go to the insert rows. Now you can see how many rows you selected. That number of rows, new rows are created and inserted at the current solution, current place. So this is how we insert multiple columns and rows in OpenOffice Calc. Very simple method. Now we are going to see inserting columns, rows, cells using Insert Cells toolbar. There was a special toolbar called Insert Cells toolbar, from which also we can insert in rows, columns, and cells also. So the toolbar will display. If the toolbar is not appear on the screen on the desktop on the window of OpenOffice Calc, then you can make it available by selecting View, Toolbars, and Insert Cell. So for that purpose, so here I am going to select View, Toolbars, and select Insert Cell. Now you can see a new standard toolbar is available. A new toolbar is available, namely Insert Cell, where you can see four options. Move the content to the selected range downwards when your cell are inserted. move the content of the selected range to the right of the insert, that is it is shift down, this one is shift right, this one is entire row, this one is entire column, which is used already used by us by using the shortcut method, that is pop-up menu. So for example, here if you press this icon, first icon, then a new cell is inserted and the existing cell data are shifted to downwards. If you select this option, the second icon, that is shift cell right, then all the data are shifted to the right side. If you select this entire row, a new row will inserted. If you select this, a new column will inserted. So in in this way we can create insert cells in OpenOffice Calc. The another method for inserting OpenOffice Calc in uh, inserting cells in OpenOffice Calc. Now we are going to see the deleting columns and rows. It is also very useful method for deleting single column or rows. First we want to select the required column which we want to delete or row and choose edit and delete cells from the menu bar, or we can select right click on that particular column or row header and choose delete columns or delete rows. So now we are going to see how to delete columns and rows. First, if you want to delete the column Tamil, select the column, right click on that column, go to the delete columns option from pop-up menu. First method for deleting column. In the same way, if you want to delete the row, select the row, right click on the row name, go to the delete rows. So this is the method for deleting rows. In the same way, if you want to delete row and column, for example, if you want to delete the English column, select the column, go to the edit and select delete cells. See here, delete cells. So if you see all the columns are deleted permanently. In the same way, if you select the row and go to the edit menu and select delete cells, then all the rows will delete automatically. So in the same way, if you want to delete more than one column or row, then select more than one column and choose either one edit menu and delete cells option, or the see here delete cell options contains four delete cells option contains four option. One is shift cells up, shift cells left, delete entire row, delete entire column. So here when you delete a single cell, for example if you delete a single cell, you can see select, delete. Now you can see shift cells up means when you remove a single cell, then this existing cell will move upwards when you select this option. See, in the same way, if you delete a single cell and select the shift cell option left, then all these left side data are shifted to the new location. So in the same way, if you select entire row, means entire row will delete. If you select entire column, then entire column also delete. So this is how we delete entire row, entire columns, cells in OpenOffice Calc. Now we are going to see deleting multiple columns is also same method. Select more than one row or columns and select, right click on that column and select the delete column or delete rows from the shortcut menu or pop-up menu, or select delete entire cells. So now we are going to try to delete more than one column. So here I select more than one columns and select, right click on that column name and select delete columns. So in the same way, if you want to delete more than one row, select the rows, more than one rows, right click on that rows and select delete rows. Or you can select edit and delete cell option, from which you can select any one of the option which you want to delete. So this is how we delete more than one columns and rows and cells in OpenOffice Calc. Now we are going to see the formatting worksheet. Formatting worksheet is another method for formatting different parts of the worksheets. So first, formatting worksheet consists of different parts. We will see one by one. The first part of the worksheet is text. So of course we can format the text of the worksheet by using the formatting option, text formatting options like font name, font size, bold, italic, underline, alignment, left alignment, center, justified and left alignment, and merge cells. These are the different options available for formatting the text in this cell. So these options are already discussed in OpenOffice Writer. Now we are going to just apply that option. So here I select the range and apply the font name. First I would like to change the font name. So here you can see all the fonts are changed. Now I'm going to change the font size. Either I reduce or increase the font size. This is the same way which we already discussed in OpenOffice Writer. So next, if you want to apply bold italic, so you can apply it. So here you can see bold, and you can apply italics, you can apply underline, and even you can change the alignment also of the text in this cell. So the default alignment which you already know, OpenOffice Writer identifies each and every data and align according to data type. If the numbers are, then the number will be aligned as right. If the text is aligned in the left. But if you want, you can change. Here I am going to change the text alignment, which is the default alignment for the text is left. Now I am going to change it as a center, left, justified, or left. So depending upon requirement, we can change the alignment of any data inside the worksheet. This is called the formatting, text formatting in worksheet. Now we are going to see the number formatting. So what is number formatting? Number formatting means we can add some of the special symbols like currency, percentage, and we can also add the decimal points, or we remove the decimal points, or we can make it standard format. So these are different types of special formats available only in OpenOffice Calc. These formatting options are not available in Writer. So now we are going to see the number format. So first I select this range where I am going to apply this number format. The first number format is currency. When you click this icon, you can see all the data are converted into the dollar symbol with the decimal point. It means these numbers, that is 145, is considered as a $145 currency. So this one is converted into dollar symbol, that is currency format. Now if you click on the percentage, then all the data will converted into percentage format. So all the data are multiplied by 100 and they converted into percentage symbol, and all the data consist of percentage. So next one is the standard format. This format can be applied by using this icon, currency and standard. If you want to remove this format, then you can remove that particular format which we already applied by selecting the cells and clicking on this option, that is standard. So when you click this, all the currency and percentage format remove from the data and they becomes the standard format. Now in the same way, if you want to add the decimal number to the existing number, by pressing this icon you can add the decimal points to the existing data. Number of decimal points you can add depending upon requirement. You can add. If you want to remove, by simply clicking on this button icon, you can remove the decimal points, and this is the two option available for adding and removing decimal point for the numbers. These formats are only available for numbers, not for text. So these are the different number formats available in this lesson in OpenOffice Calc. So this is the end of this lesson. I hope you understand these formats. Apply all these format. Prepare well for public examination. Submit your assignments. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. And if you have any doubt, contact me through WhatsApp. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.